and welcome to another episode of the Marco Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Today, I am going to talk about the day that I quit, and it reminds me of this book that we used to read to my son called The Day the Crayons Quit. I cannot think of who the author is, but I'll find it out and put it in the show notes. It's a cute little book about this little boy named Duncan, and all his crayons quit for various reasons. And when I titled this episode, it just made me think about that book, The Day That I Quit. And I'm not talking about my job or even my business. Today, I'm going to talk about the day that I quit caring. As an entrepreneur, you start your business because you had a passion for doing something, or you were just trying to make some extra money, or someone told you that you could make extra money off your passion that you had. Whatever it is, we all have a reason for starting our business and trying to make a profit off of it, because what's the point in having a business if you're not going to make a profit off of it? Businesses have to make a profit. When I first started my business, my sole purpose was to make money and get rich, because pay off your debt, jet set across the world, buy expensive stuff, and quit your full-time job so that you can work on your own schedule. Like, isn't that the reason that everyone becomes an entrepreneur? I mean, come on. But after a while, I realized that there's so much more to business than just making money. There's so much that just goes into the back end of it, and there's so much that has to happen in a business before you even start seeing a profit or turning a profit. Like, there's overhead costs, and there's the cost of supplies, and so even if you make what you perceive to be $50 in your business, once you factor in how much your supplies cost, how much your time costs, and all that other stuff, you may have made $1, or you may actually even be in the negative. But I realized that there was a key component that I had left out of my business, and it was God. Like, I had seriously just left God out of my business. And I just did whatever and whenever. I think I've talked about it before, where I said majority of the time, I just felt like I was throwing spaghetti at a wall trying to make it stick. And when things just didn't turn out how I wanted them to, I was so mad and I was so upset and just frustrated. And so in July of this past year, I decided that I was just going to take a month off to just regroup, because I was just at the point where I was done. I was just ready to give it all up. I was like, entrepreneurship isn't for me. I quit. I'm finished. Let me sell off all my stuff, get rid of everything, and just be done with it. But I took the month of July off to regroup and to just talk to God and to make sure that I had Him at the center of my business. And so at the end of July, I just felt so free and so refreshed and just so renewed. And that was when I decided that I was going to quit. That was when I quit thinking that every post I made meant that I was going to get a new client. That was when I quit thinking that every person who said they would refer me to somebody would either, one, refer me, or that if they did refer me, that person would even reach out for a consultation or reach out to chat with me. And that if they did reach out to chat with me, that it would actually turn into a client. I quit worrying about the algorithm. And if you want more detail on that, you can check out my blog post that I wrote about why I don't worry about the algorithm. I will link that in the show notes. I quit worrying about how often I post or how many likes or comments my post got. I quit worrying about how many people were on my email list, and I focused on the people who were. It was just so refreshing and so rewarding, because it was literally stressing me out that every time I made a post, I'm like, oh, nobody liked my post. Why didn't anybody like my post? Or I'm like, oh, only one person liked my post. Why did only one person like my post? Well, just because only one person liked my post, that doesn't mean that only one person saw my post. Or I'm like, oh, I made this post and I didn't get a new client from it. Why didn't I get a new client from this post? I was told that's what you do in business, that you're supposed to make these. So that's what I did. I just quit worrying about all of that. I quit constantly checking my numbers and checking everything to see how many people like this, how many people was doing that. Quitting was honestly the best thing that I could have done for myself and for my business. And so now, instead of worrying about the numbers and the referrals and all of that, I can focus on the real purpose of my business, and that's to help people and to educate them in an area of their business that they may not be knowledgeable about or that they want more understanding about. I was able to actually sit back and think about what my content was going to be instead of just posting what I saw everyone else to post, just so that I could post and just so that I could keep up with the algorithm and do what the algorithm told me to do. I actually now take time to think about it, and I don't post every day. I mean, sometimes I don't even post every week. Like, I post when I feel like posting. I post what I feel is necessary. I will take that back because I have gotten a little bit better with posting each week. Like, I do try to post like what's coming up on my podcast and my blog and things like that. But all of the other stuff, I quit worrying about it. Sometimes you have to quit in order to get started again. And I know that that makes absolutely no sense, but not quit in the sense that you're just giving up everything and you're saying that I'm done with everything. But quit focusing on that doesn't matter and that's not making a huge difference. Quit spending all of your time creating content unless it's purposeful content. Don't just put out the exact same content that someone else is putting out, because now it's getting lost. Put out content that resonates with your target audience, content that resonates with your business, content that tells people why they should choose your business over the other businesses that are out there. You've put time and effort to, and that makes your business stand out. Focus on putting out information in things that people don't know or that they may gloss over a little bit. If you have 2 people on your email list, nurture those 2 people on your email list. Quit focusing on the other 75 people that may have viewed your landing page, but they didn't sign up for your email list. Who cares? You have 2 people on that list. Those 2 people are there for a reason. So now take those 2 people and turn those 2 people into clients. When you quit worrying about the bigger picture all the time and focus on the smaller stuff, you will feel so much, well, at least I felt so much relief. And I felt like it was giving me a chance to really get to know and to really get to know more of the people that I was interacting with in the various groups that I was in, because I was just posting stuff just to post it. So just think about that. Just make sure that you're still in love with your business and that you're doing business for the right reasons, because if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you're going to want to always quit. You're going to always feel frustrated. You're never going to find that peace and that happiness of doing your business and of having your business. Just take the time and reevaluate some things, determine if it's time for you to quit or not. All right, y'all, that's all for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please share the episode with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe, follow, rate, and review. 5-star ratings and reviews helps the G.L.O.E podcast get on other shows' recommendation lists and helps new listeners to find me. Your 5-star review may be read on an episode. Also, if you would like to support this podcast, you can do so by clicking the link in the show notes. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening. Please make sure to follow and rate the podcast whenever you listen.